こんにちは、皆さん。岡田先生です。今日は日本語1の1週間目の復習をします。But before we begin, I want to make sure that you understand how to use these videos. So, you should be watching it more than once. The first time through that you watch it, I want you to watch it and listen and pay attention to my pronunciation and the words that are coming out of my mouth. Watch and try to speak the words that first time through. You don't have to get it the first time through. Maybe you watch it a little bit and you repeat after me, try to do the sounds. And then the second time through that you watch it, you should definitely try to speak the words and do the actions while you're speaking them, because if you didn't watch my video from before, make sure you do, because doing the actions are going to actually help you to retain the language a little bit more, and the vocabulary is going to stick with you much better if you create a sense of understanding what the sound is and what the word is and what the actions are. And then for the third, fourth, fifth time you're watching this video, after speaking the word more than 10 times or more, take a minute to write in your notebook the katakana words. And I will give you the words and the spelling for them. You don't know how to write them, but that's not the point. I want you to make sure that you write them in katakana, not in English romaji. As you learn the katakana letters, you'll eventually be able to read what you have written. I want you to just get used to the whole pattern of what words look like. You don't necessarily need to read or write katakana yet, because we will eventually get to that point. But first, what is most important for you to do in these videos is to listen and to use the videos in order to pronounce words correctly. So, listening and speaking are going to be the key to your success, because reading and writing will come later. Your listening and your speaking is going to be the first things that you do. So, in the meantime, use these videos to go over them, because you look at your notes and you obviously can't read the katakana yet, but you can read the English part, and you can go back and hopefully remind yourself of how to pronounce the words and to practice saying them over and over and over again, because practice does make perfect. This is an overview of this week's phrases. I will put this at the very end so you can pause it at the very end and copy it into your notes. This is a point in which I'm going to give you my video of practicing the language. You are to listen to me and say them as you listen, and then watch the movement, do the movement yourself, and perhaps start to formulate what the sounds are from your mouth. 座ってください。立ってください。座ってください。立ってください。座ってください。立ってください。座ってください。立ってください。回ってください。回ってください。飛んでください。回ってください。飛んでください。回ってください。飛んでください。飛んでください。回ってください。飛んでください。飛んでください。座ってください。持ってください。置いてください。持ってください。 置いてください。持ってください。開けてください。閉めてください。開けてください。閉めてください。置いてください。立ってください。飛んでください。飛んでください。回ってください。座ってください。持ってください。開けてください。出してください。置いてください。持ってください。開けてください。閉めてください。開けてください。閉めてください。持ってください。置いてください。持ってください。出してください。出してください。出してください。閉めてください。置いてください。開けてください。閉めてください。開けてください。閉めてください。置いてください。立ってください。回ってください。飛んでください。座ってください。立ってください。歩いてください。歩いてください。歩いてください。飛んでください。歩いてください。座ってください。立ってください。歩いてください。回ってください。飛んでください。歩いてください。走ってください。歩いてください。走ってください。歩いてください。回ってください。走ってください。歩いてください。座ってください。立ってください。回ってください。飛んでください。座ってください。立ってください。歩いてください。飛んでください。走ってください。座ってください。持ってください。置いてください。 持ってください。開けてください。しまってください。しまってください。しまってください。しまってください。閉めてください。置いてください。持ってください。開けてください。出してください。開けてください。置いてください。出してください。置いてください。出してください。置いてください。出してください。置いてください。しまってください。しまってください。しまってください。しまってください。閉めてください。置いてください。立ってください。歩いてください。走ってください。回ってください。飛んでください。座ってください。よくできました。And now I'm going to start saying the words so you can watch my mouth as you go over the vocabulary again. 立ってください。立ってください。座ってください。座ってください。回ってください。回ってください。飛んでください。飛んでください。開けてください。開けてください。閉めてください。閉めてください。持ってください。持ってください。置いてください。置いてください。出してください。出してください。しまってください。しまってください。歩いてください。歩いてください。走ってください。走ってください。This week, we also went over times of the day and the greetings that go along with that time of the day. So, first we have asa, ohiru, and then we have yoru. Asa, asa, ohiru, ohiru, yoru, yoru. And just like in English, there is a different greeting for asa, ohiru, and yoru. For example, in the asa, in English, we would say good morning. Ohiru, we might say hello. Yoru, we might say good evening. Nihongo, we would say asa, we would say ohayo gozaimasu. Ohayo gozaimasu. Ohiru, we would say konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Yoru, we would say konbanwa. Konbanwa. Again, asa, we would say ohayo ございます。ohayo ございます。 Ohiru, we would say konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Yoru, we would say konbanwa. Konbanwa. Again, asa, ohayou gozaimasu. Ohiru, konnichiwa. Yoru, konbanwa. Now, asa, we would say ohayou gozaimasu, especially if you're talking to me, sensei. You would say ohayou gozaimasu. But if you're just seeing a tomodachi, a friend, you would just say ohayou is fine. Konnichiwa, there's no way to shorten it. Konbanwa, there's no way to shorten it. However, ohayou gozaimasu can be shortened to ohayou, like the state. Ohayou gozaimasu. So, and we also did greetings for the when you leave your tomodachi or you leave your sensei. Instead of just saying goodbye, you can also say good night, right? Asa, ohiru, you might say sayonara. Sayonara. Not sayonara. 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 In the yoru, we would say oyasumi nasai. Oyasumi nasai. Oyasumi nasai. Or like I like to say to my students, when your parents are tucking you in at night and they want you to go to bed, you could say oyasumi nasai. Oyasumi nasai. Again, asa, if you're greeting someone, you would say ohayou gozaimasu. Ohiru, we would say konnichiwa. Yoru, we would say konbanwa. Now, if we're saying goodbye, you would say sayonara and oyasumi nasai. Now, if you're talking to your tomodachi, not sensei, you might, instead of saying sayonara, you can say jane. Jane. That's like saying see ya. Jane. Now, when we meet someone for the first time, we are going to say hajimemashite. Hajimemashite. Again, when we meet someone for the first time, we say hajimemashite. Hajimemashite. And then we will give our name. Watashi no namae wa desu. Watashi no namae wa desu. Now, when we put our name in there, we're going to say last name and then first name. So let me say it from the top again. Hajimemashite. Hajimemashite. Watashi no namae wa last name, first name, desu. Watashi no namae wa last name, first name, desu. Again, hajimemashite. Watashi no namae wa last name, first name, desu. And then you want to finish off with yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. So from the top, hajimemashite. Watashi no namae wa last name, first name, desu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. So if I was introducing myself, I would say hajimemashite. Watashi no namae wa Okada sensei desu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Again, hajimemashite. Watashi no namae wa Okada sensei desu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Hajimemashite. Watashi no namae wa last name, first name, desu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Now, another phrase that we learned this week was to thank someone for doing something for you, like perhaps pass an iPad. Someone has done something nice for you, and you are going to say, arigatou gozaimasu. Arigatou gozaimasu. Arigatou gozaimasu. Arigatou gozaimasu. Not arigato, It's ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。Of course, you can shorten it completely and say ありがとう。ありがとう。And then in response to someone saying ありがとうございます, you're going to answer with どういたしまして。どういたしまして。どういたしまして。どういたしまして。So the whole exchange here would be ありがとうございます。どういたしまして。ありがとうございます。どういたしまして。ありがとうございます。どういたしまして。Now, if you've done something badly, you're going to want to apologize. Pretty simple. The phrase is ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。If you want to be more polite, and the term that is more commonly used is going to be すみません。すみません。すみません。Again, you can apologize by saying ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。But to be more polite, you would say すみません。すみません。Sumimasen is also a little bit more versatile in that you can use it to say, excuse me. Say you're passing by someone's desk and you want to excuse yourself. Sumimasen. Or you're trying to get the attention of a waiter when you are in a restaurant. Sumimasen. Sumimasen. So again, apologizing and saying, excuse me. Gomen nasai. Sumimasen. So now we're at the point where you get to write these words down into your notebook in katakana. So I will go over them. Tatte kudasai means please stand. Suatte kudasai, please sit. Mawatte kudasai, please turn around. Tonde kudasai, please jump. Akete kudasai, please open. Shimete kudasai, please close. Motte kudasai, please hold. Oite kudasai, please place down. Dashite kudasai, please take out. Shimatte kudasai, please put away. Aruite kudasai, please walk. Hashitte kudasai, please run. And then we have asa, morning. Ohiru, afternoon or lunch. Yoru, night or evening. Ohayou gozaimasu, good morning. Konnichiwa, hello. Konbanwa, good afternoon or good evening. Sayonara, goodbye. Ja is sayonara, but to your tomodachi, your friends. Oyasumi nasai is good night. Hajimemashite, watashi no namae wa Nin desu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. This would be your greetings. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you. Do itashimashite. You're welcome. Sumimasen. Excuse me. Gomen nasai. I'm sorry. はい、皆さん、今週の復習をよくできました。Good job going over this week's lessons. Remember, you need to go and review this video a couple more times in order to master the lessons of this week. I want you to make sure that you rewatch this video as many times as necessary. Again, if you have any questions, contact me at the school website.